And so the day starts. I just want to emphasize, I know that this is a data scientist video, but I want to stress the importance of eating a healthy, balanced breakfast. Because in the data science world, you are working with figures and coding and looking at computer screens, it is a must that you have a balanced breakfast. In addition to eating well, it is also a must that you do some type of physical activity, whether that is before or after working. So I definitely like to take my bike out for a spin. My workday promptly begins at 9 a.m. and the first on the agenda is checking emails. Yes, I am checking emails and just making sure that I address any emails from yesterday, or if this is Monday from the previous week, as well as checking Teams to see if there's any outstanding messages or any urgent requests. Especially with working remote, communication is a must, and so Teams or Slack, another type of platform, is just another way to communicate to your teammates. And after checking my messages, I then will go onto the task board within my team to check if there are any outstanding tasks, or to also check on the progress of the tasks that are assigned to me. A lot of times these tasks, or the whole sort of process, is called a sprint, and it just involves an organized way of viewing tasks that are assigned to within the team. So it's also a good way to check on the progress, to type some notes dealing with a particular task, and so that there is visibility to the other teammates as to where someone is in a particular task, right? So one is saying work on customer analysis, so that's saying it's in progress. And I see that we can also move it to the done status when we are completed with a task. It's very important to be organized and to have an intention or an agenda for the day. There may be ad hoc requests, meaning sort of request the day of, and so it's good to stay on track with things that you need to get done throughout the day. And so I just like to jot it down in a notebook, or you can use OneNote as well. I am now starting my first meeting for the day, and it is a meeting with some stakeholders, and they are presenting to me a sort of a problem that they have that needs to be resolved, or some insights that they are needing. So they are giving me the requirements. I'm asking a lot of questions. The key thing is to understand the dilemma as well as the objective. There are 4 main points when looking at data scientists as a whole. It's defining and understanding the problem, locating and gathering data, analyzing and interpreting that data, and then summarizing that data and reporting and visualizing on it. Every company has a database or some sort of container in which their data is stored in. And a lot of times you will have to know how to retrieve that data yourself, because the data may not just be given to you. You're going to have to know how to retrieve it. And SQL is one of these languages, structured query language, that will enable you to extract data from the database. So after having a meeting with the stakeholders, I am now looking for the data that I need to use in my analysis. And of course, this is all mock data. This is not real data. And I'm just going through the motions of extracting data from my SQL database. And now once I've extracted the data from SQL, a lot of times I will then go into Python and transform that data, clean the data, inspect the data using pandas. So here we have our raw data that was extracted directly from SQL. And now I am importing the data, or ingesting the data, into Python. I am importing the necessary libraries, NumPy and pandas, and then I am pointing to my directory, and I am going to pull this data in. So I've pulled the data in. df equals a data frame. I'm pulling in pd_excel, and then I'm reading in this raw data. So what I'm doing now is just making sure that this data was correctly ingested. So I want to make sure that the columns, that I have all the columns here. So I'm just doing df.columns, and I'm making sure that I am seeing everything that I'm supposed to see in this data. And so everything looks good. And now I want to see the shape or the dimensions. I want to see how many columns and how many rows I should have. So I'm just doing df.shape. I will then begin to do some exploratory data analysis. If you want me to create another video that goes into detail, goes into depth of what that consists of, I will definitely make a video. I did have a video earlier on that, but I can go into more detail if you would like me to. And now I have another meeting with, this time it is going to be with my teammates, and we're just discussing a project that we are working on and things that need to be added to it. And so once I've analyzed the data and gathered the information, now it's time to work on the visualization of that data. So a lot of times you will have to present a visualization to the stakeholders. You can better digest what you are trying to convey. And so Tableau is a great visualization tool, as well as Power BI. There are others, but the main one that I use is Tableau. And then around 1:30, 12:30 or 1:30, around that time, I'll eat some lunch. A lot of times I'll have a meal plan that's already prepped, but I'm just showing you for this video that I am cooking my own pho. And now I'm just continuing on a project that I am working on. Most likely I am working within Jupyter Notebook. So I am working with Python, as well as interchangeably working with SQL to pull various data sets. I really enjoyed making this video. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned anything new, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, please submit your questions in the comment section and I will definitely answer them. Do you have any questions? Are there any videos in the future that you would like me to create? Please let me know and I will definitely work on doing that for you guys. Also showing you that sometimes I do head out to the office or to a co-working space. Here you see I am in a co-working space and I am finishing my work up here. Sometimes I like to switch up the environment, switch up the ambiance as well. So either way, work in the environment that fits best with your schedule and that works best for you, especially if you are working remote. Sometimes it is good to out the house and to change your atmosphere and change the scenery every now and then. Also to be working with other people, right? So this is what I'm doing here. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys later. Bye. And also, guys, please remember to have a good work-life balance. So I usually attend some type of dance class or go to some type of comedy club after work or definitely during the weekend. So please keep that in mind as well, to enjoy life and have fun.